My name is Osan. I'll be your guide and trainer on AWS Cloud. So today we are going to look at configuring an EC2 Linux instance as Apache web server. So it's not just a server but a web server. So it should be accessed via the web. A third party can actually access the server. So it's no longer a private, it's now turned to a public server. So looking at this, our objective is to create an EC2 Linux instance as Apache web server. So I'm going to look at the architectural design, which gives us a straight guide to the region and the zone. Okay, we are going to look at the security group as well, and we are going to activate the HTTP and HTTPS under the security group, which is the firewall for the instance. So we are going to look at the operating system as Linux, okay, and also we are going to use the command line interface to connect and to achieve our set goal. So I'll go straight to the AWS Cloud, click on my service, go to launch instance. Now I'm going to give it a name, so you can give it a name that you want, just give it a tag. So this is what I'm trying to achieve, so I'm going to give it this. So I have a lot of operating system, which is the AMI. So we are working on Amazon Linux. So by default, I'm going to use this, not changing. So the instance type remains free tier, which is T2 micro. I'll select existing key or create a new key if I choose to. Now I'll move down a little bit. I'll come to the network setting. I'll click on it. Use the default VPC. I'll select my availability zone. I'm going to click on US East 1A. I'll scroll down a little bit. The public assigned IP is enabled, so I can create or use an existing. So I'm going to create a new security group. Now I can give the new security group name. It's not mandatory, but it's fine. You can see here the inbound security group rule. Without this rule, we cannot effectively launch or achieve our set goal. First, this is the protocol TCP and the port range for SSH, which is 22. So I'm going to make it public. Therefore, I'm going to set my additional rule. I'm bringing in HTTP and source type anywhere. I'm going to add another, okay, protocol, which is HTTPS. I'm going to check the source type as anywhere. At this point, I'm done with the network setting. We can see the storage capacity and the volume, the root volume as 8 gig. Look at the performance, okay, which is 3000 IOPS. At this point, I'm going to click on advanced detail. Resist B, we are going to create a command line interface to guide our objective. we are creating an Apache web server. So at this point, I go straight down to advanced details. So I can put my content here, okay, and run it directly, or I can leave it as default and run directly from the line command interface. So in this particular quest, I'm not going to add any additional information here. I'm going to leave the additional information, okay, as blank. So I'll click on launch. At this point, I'll click on the ID. So we can carefully see it is the instance state is running. Status is still showing us initializing. So it takes 2 minutes to update the status as 2/2. So from here, we are going to connect the Linux server we have created. And from the control line interface, we are going to do some setting to host our site. So I'll click on refresh. While I wait for this, I can look at the network, I can look at the security. Under security, we can see the ports range. We can see this source code, all the information that we captured early. We can go to, also move a little bit, go to network and take a careful look. There are informations here regarding the instance that we just launched. I'll click on refresh. So I'll select the instance while waiting for the initializing update. I'll click on fresh again. So we have gotten the status check as to off to check pass. We'll click on connect. So at this point, I go straight down, click on connect. So this is the line command interface. Now I'm going to initialize this interface so that it can host my web or script that will be displayed on the web. So I'll come down straight to the script. This is for installation. Come here. I'll paste it carefully. You can see it's completed. The process of initializing is completed. So I go down I take this as well. You can see start and enable service. So that is done successfully. Created, you can see created here. And now I can now host my contents. So this is the script for my site, what will be displayed. So perfect, this is done. You can see it here. So at this point, I'll go back to my instance. I'll go to the public. I can now click on it directly or copy. Okay, I can copy either the public DNA or the public IPv4. Copy it, open a new tab, paste. So this is the content that we have created. So it is straightforward. You create the instance, give it a tag name, select the AMI, the instance type, the key, the network setting. You select the region, the region and the zone. You select the firewalls, which is the security group. And finally, you have created the server. So linking it to the web, you have to connect it. And for Linux, we have the SSH for the connection. And once it is done, and the right script for initializing and set up is placed on the line command, we'll have this outcome. Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed the video.